32-year-old Raphael Masindet is a typical example of a Kenyan who grew up in the countryside but moved into the capital in search of a better life. Every end of the month, he used to cash in his paycheck, and after paying his bills, he'd put some money in an envelope and send it home with a friend or relative to his mother in her village hundreds of miles away.
Well, before Mpesa came, honestly, I used to travel physically myself, look for someone to send, put money in an envelope, go to post office, which is hectic because the cost implications are quite higher. Because my mother, my father, my brothers, they have to incur extra cost to go to the post office to withdraw the money, which is not friendly. Sometimes when you send money through someone or a friend, sometimes the temptations are hard. That money is never secure until you hear that that money has arrived or reached to the destination. So the money is absolutely not secure.
That all changed 5 years ago with the introduction of a unique service that's the only one of its kind in the world. It's called Mpesa, a mobile money transfer service that allows one to send money instantly using their mobile phones.
So now what we're saying to you Kenyans is, look, now instead of having to trust that matatu driver to send your money up country, just send it through your phone, So what we provided was a fast, safe, affordable, instant, way of sending money.
The we is Safaricom, Kenya's largest cell phone network with close to 20 million customers, or simply put, 1 out of every 2 Kenyans. And most of them are hooked onto Mpesa. Nowadays, instead of relying on friends and relatives, Masindet simply goes to a menu on his phone, punches in a few numbers, and sits back as his phone magically sends his money across the country. And literally across the country, in little villages and hamlets, Mpesa is working, and working well. Masindet's mother, Munai Nkamasiai, receives a message on her cell phone. She leaves her little beading business and walks over to her local marketplace, where a Safaricom designated agent is able to translate the cell phone message into instant cash.
Sidai oleng kanyor oleng amu tana katipik oltung'ani emukunta ayieu najoki kaalaki esile paawoshoki esimu nipik ore taisere nalo aitaki tedekenya te Mpesa.
From the most remote village in the most remote parts of the country to the busy streets of Kenya's capital, Nairobi, the Mpesa phenomenon has taken root and taken off like wildfire. In fact, on any given day, transactions of up to $30 million change hands in this one country alone. That figure is much higher than, get this, all of Western Union's outlets around the world. Experts say the M-Pesa story would not have been possible were it not for blue-chip companies like Safaricom, whose profits last year were well over $1 billion. And this in a tiny little corner of Africa.
Well, as I said, we had this unique situation, in Kenya, a combination of circumstances, a dominant brand, many subscribers, a big agency network, all these things made it successful. But it can be, and of course the regulatory environment, which is really key.
5 years and billions of dollars exchanging hands later, the M-Pesa phenomena is now attracting all manner of attention, and all for the right reasons.
We get people from all over the world coming to Kenya just to look at M-Pesa. People are doing their PhDs on M-Pesa, and MIT is studying it, Harvard is doing it, Boston University, many universities are studying M-Pesa.
It's not the kind of story that one expects out of Africa, but it's happening in real time, and it's changing lives in a way few would ever have imagined.
We've introduced a product which is not only a commercial product, and it is commercial for us now, but it has changed people's lives significantly. And there's very few products in the world or companies in the world that can say they've done that. Yeah. Very few.
This is the new Africa at work, where people are embracing technology at an incredible rate, straddling the traditional with the modern, and taking charge of their collective destinies, one African at a time. Jeff Koinange for Arise Television News in Nairobi, Kenya.